In case you thought the speeches were over, I have bad news for you, because there are a few more coming. I also feel I need to react maybe to what Henry said before. In fact, I had prepared a little speech that will start with what you ended with. I have to improvise also a little bit, because I think David and Chris said pretty much everything I also wanted to say.
It's your time to renegotiate.
Yeah, maybe that's the right time. No, I actually wanted to start by reflecting a little bit on the experience that I had as one of the members of the WOIC organizing team, both from my own perspective and experience, as well as on behalf of the entire team. Indeed, I was going to say that the shoes I needed to fill taking over as conference chair were quite big ones. Then I suddenly realized it was not only Henry's shoes, but also Anita's shoes. And I don't know what kind of shoes you have, but it's a challenge. Yeah.
High heel shoes.
So they're quite difficult to walk, but I think we are getting there. I think we also try to find out, what are other models that we can use, including business models of the conference and so on. I wanted to say that I think on behalf of the entire team, it has been really a pleasure to work with you over the last couple of years. And indeed, I think one of the things I was going to say, what Chris, you already mentioned, that the World Open Innovation Conference is actually not only a conference, it's much more than that. It's really a community, and I think it's quite impressive how Henry, Anita, and I think together with the whole team, Solomon and everybody else, including people here in the room, how we have been able to cultivate that, to develop the community. And I think many of us would actually talk about the WOIC family. I think that's very much how we feel. So I think if you're the father of open innovation, you're maybe the mother of open innovation.
The girlfriend.
But I think that's that feeling says everything. And when I talk to people, wanting to come to the conference, it's really because of that. And I think that's something that you've also really created. And I think I'm personally very grateful for that, and I think the entire organizing team and the whole community really thanks you for that as well. I was also thinking a little bit about what have I actually learned. For example, working with Henry, I learned about the definition of open innovation and what are the processes and the boundary conditions. But I think the thing I learned most, which I think David already also mentioned, is that being a scholar in this kind of domain and trying to work in that way is also about being open as a person, and open as a scholar towards other perspectives, towards practice, but also towards other colleagues. And that's really what I'm trying to learn from you, what I'm trying to implement also in my own work as a conference chair of the conference. It's also about investing in people. It's about knowledge inflows and outflows, and really having people also develop, let them take their role, let them develop, and see how you can connect to each other. So really the human element is in that sense really important. Maybe it's part of the reason why the conference theme this year is the human side of open innovation. So then I was also thinking that when I'm coming here, I'm probably supposed to bring a present or something. But what do you give people? And Jessica mentioned, what do you give people who probably already have everything they need? First I wanted to write a song, but then it was already, it was already taken. No, but I thought of something else, and I have it here. And I'll start with you, Henry. I have to check, it should be I think this is for you. I hope it's you can open it and let us know what is. Yeah, the thing is that for me? I hope so. You can unwrap it, yeah. Okay. it's just that I kind of wrapped them in, but then I realized I didn't check which one was.
Great job.
So
Let's see.
I'll let you take a look.
Yeah, it's alright.
Oh.
So then you can let us know what is it inside. So it's
Word cloud.
word cloud. And I thought, okay, how can we maybe represent or visualize all the things that we have done and that you have done over the last few years? So this is actually a word cloud of all the words in the calls for papers that we've had over the years. And I thought it would be a nice way for you to, when you're tired, you have nothing to do, you stare at it and you think, there are words like open, innovation, and submission, and deadline, and those kind of things, and also the names of the colleagues who have worked on it as well. Now, you may guess what is your present, Anita, but it has a little twist. So I'll let you open it and then you can see what.
Oh, look at this. I can't
So
see it. Dan.
Henry's was in the shape of a cloud, word cloud, in the shape of a cloud. But for Anita, I added the sun. Because of course you are our sunshine. The words are the same. So just to thank you so very much, both from, on my own behalf, but also on behalf, I think, of the entire team, the entire community, the entire WOIC family. Thank you so much for all your efforts. We'll try to do our best, keep filling those shoes, build on the legacy that you have built. But I feel confident with such a great team, such a great community that we can continue doing that. So thank you so much, and big applause for all.